your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
We do have our clear skies across central Illinois. The thing is, though, like the past few days, we have that kind of hazy, smoky look to the sky thanks to the smoke trapped in the upper atmosphere from the wildfires out west. Temperatures in the middle 70s, 76 in Champaign, as well as in Danville, 77 in Decatur, and 78 in Taylorville. As we take a look at our wind speeds, we've got them out of the east right now between about 5 and 10 miles per hour. And our backyard forecast is going to be very sunny for the next few hours and then clear overnight. Tonight, we'll have much more in the way of clear conditions for us in terms of cloud cover, and we'll also talk about a few rain chances in our forecast as well. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
We're literally talking about thousands of people who will get laid off.
Budget cuts could leave people without work in Illinois. What the state needs from the federal government to stop it from happening. Plus, the U of I has been under lockdown for nearly 2 weeks. So did it help? And Champaign County is saying goodbye to the person who turned around the Boys and Girls Club. Find out when the change will happen.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
You start with furloughs and then look at, the deeper cuts that come with that. But 5% is not a small number.
Thousands of people could be losing their jobs if lawmakers can't agree on the next wave of COVID relief. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The federal government is stalled over the issue, and the delay is causing Illinois to prepare for the worst. WCIA 3's HENKE has more.
Governor Pritzker announced today that he warned all of his cabinet members to expect a 5% budget cut if the federal government doesn't send more COVID relief funding. Congress has not come to an agreement on the next wave of COVID relief. Revenue for both state and local governments is down, and Pritzker warned the first cuts could leave people without work.
Include all of the cities and counties that are affected by this. We're literally talking about thousands of people who will get laid off.
The impact wouldn't leave only state agencies hurting. Local governments will fall into an even deeper hole if Congress doesn't act soon, and police and fire funding could be on the chopping block.
If we don't receive support from the federal government for our cities and our counties, you've already seen challenges, I think, in our police departments, our fire departments across the state, cities and counties. If they don't receive federal support, they won't be able to maintain their workforce.
Reporting in Springfield, I'm HENKE, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
A version of the CARES Act failed to pass in the Senate last week. Pritzker said the bill proposed by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell didn't do enough for state and local governments. Senator Dick Durbin spoke in Washington today. He called on the Senate to pass a comprehensive package, saying, quote, the challenges we faced in passing the CARES Act in March are still challenges America faces today when it comes to COVID-19. So the numbers are sobering. There is no excuse. Taking a look at today's coronavirus numbers, there are more than 1,400 new cases statewide. That brings the total up to 264,000. The 7-day positivity rate is still at 3.6%. The recovery rate is at 96%. 20 more people have died. Illinois has seen more than 8,300 COVID-related deaths. A 2-week lockdown may have reduced cases at the U of I. It's been 13 days since the chancellor sent an email urging students to limit going out and vowing to step up enforcement. That effort ends tomorrow. Since mid-August, the U of I has seen nearly 2,000 cases. 8 students have been suspended for having gatherings of more than 10 people. Officials believe it's a sign the message worked, but they say they can't predict what'll happen when restrictions are lifted. New tonight, a Mattoon woman is in custody after police say she made a bomb threat. 43-year-old Angel Dare is facing disorderly conduct charges. Police say she called McDonald's on Detro Drive yesterday and told staff she was bringing a bomb to blow it up. Staff evacuated the restaurant. We have an update now on a deadly crash on I-74. The DeWitt County coroner is releasing the name of the man who died. The crash happened near Farmers City Sunday. Police say Enoch Bohr ran his car off the road and came to rest in a bean field. A 14-year-old is missing in Clark County. The sheriff's office says Seth Hollingsworth from Marshall hasn't been seen since Saturday. He went bird watching in the woods and no one has heard from him. He was last seen wearing a blue Illinois shirt, blue jeans, and cowboy boots. If you see him, call the sheriff's office. A leader in Champaign County is retiring after nearly 10 years. The Boys and Girls Club Executive Director Sam Banks is stepping down. WCIA3's Courtney Bunting is joining us now. So, Courtney, he took over the club when it was really hurting.
He did, Jennifer. At the time, there was talk of the club even closing. They were having problems with money and their programs. Banks came in and turned things around and even expanded. He's the reason the Boys and Girls Club is in Rantoul now as well. He even partnered with the Park District to create services for elementary school kids. Board Finance Chair Ali Sehi says Banks will be dearly missed.
Working with Sam kind of opens our eyes to being involved in the community at all levels, so paying attention most importantly to the kids that we serve here at the club, but also educating our community and really establishing a foundation for a long legacy.
Banks says his decision is bittersweet. He says being part of the club has been one of the best experiences of his career. He's proud to see how far the organization has come during that time. Banks will still be with the club until next summer around June. The board has already started working on finding his replacement. Reporting live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA3, your local news leader.
He's going to be hard to replace. All right, Courtney, thank you. Classrooms built in the 60s are getting an upgrade where some students will now have a cool place to learn. Plus, 2 years after an old Champaign school was torn down, we are getting a look at the new and improved building. We will be out there live.
Yep.